Hey everyone, what is up? It has been crazy since I've had I've had a positive pregnancy test all the way to the end of my pregnancy where I ended with a miscarriage. I have been racking my brain. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? What could possibly make me miscarry? Like, why? There have been tons and tons of reasons, but I could not get an answer. So I'm going to try to make this parts because there is a lot of stuff going on. And I mean, if I guess I hit the 10-minute mark and I am done, I won't need to make it parts. But I'm thinking that I'm going to be making it parts. So let's move on. So I had this thought in my mind that I miscarried because of the prenatals. And I went on to Facebook and I asked the question, could prenatals help you miscarry? Well, not help you miscarry, but get you to miscarry. And I was talking to a few people who were in an infertility slash miscarriage group, and they basically said that if you had a certain sickness, which I think I said it in one of my videos. I will put that video in the description below, but yeah, if you had this specific, I guess, quote unquote sickness that you cannot absorb, or it will get you to miscarry, folic acid. I still don't know the ins and outs, but when I contacted my OBGYN, he said that there was not enough evidence or not enough study to back it up. So he basically said, no, when you get pregnant again, you still need to stay on prenatals. So I asked him, I was like, can I get tested for this specific sickness? And he kind of veered away from the question. He just said take prenatals. So I asked him another question just to make myself feel comfortable, because if I'm not going to be taking folic acid, so then can I switch to a prenatal that has folate acid? And he was like, absolutely, like you could take whichever one you feel comfortable with. Now this is pretty weird because it says folic acid on the front cover. And I don't know if you could really see, it's sideways, I'm sorry, but let me hold on one sec. It says on the back of the box, folate acid. And that is what I'm really looking for. Like, I really would like that. So what I'm going to do is the next time I contact well, not really contact, but on Monday, I'm going to contact my provider. I mean, my OBGYN. We're going to go over the back of the box, but it does say folate acid. So I'm hoping that maybe he can give me a prescription for this. Now I'm starting in March. So the last time I really did have a menstrual cycle, the first menstrual cycle, the start of my first menstrual cycle, was when it was in January. It was January 15th all the way to the 20th. And the only reason why I put down that I had a menstrual cycle in February was because I started to spot. I thought it was something going on. Oh, great, they're out. Anyways, so I thought that something was going on. Nothing happened. It was just a few spotting, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. And then I'd say about like a week after that, right around the 25th, 26th, I decided to take a pregnancy test and I got the positive, which I was thrilled. I was super excited. So after that, you see these like days. It's the days that basically I was quote unquote pregnant. But then I started to spot. I did not put this on the app because I was not really, I didn't want to stress myself out, so I did not go onto the app. So, sorry about that. My daughter ran into the bathroom and was like, "Mommy!" So, about a week after that, I started lightly spotting. While I was spotting, I called my doctor and I was saying that I really needed to see a doctor. Unfortunately, during this time, they were all booked up. So they told me, well, they asked me if it was heavily bleeding or if it was just like normal small spotting. So they basically said, just try not to worry about it, try not to stress about it, and we'll see you sometime next week. So this is right around the 16th. Everyone's getting really frantic about the COVID issue. So my doctor was trying to help out other patients, not other patients, but patients over at the hospitals. So they were closing up shop and they were not there for, I would say, 2 to 3 days out of the week. And if it was an emergency to go to the hospital. So I begged, and pleaded with them. And I got a date for right around the 23rd. Now, during the 16th, I was given thyroid medicine. And before that, I did not have any thyroid medicine because my OBGYN said, listen, I don't give referrals, or not referrals, doctor's notes, scripts to people who are not pregnant. So unfortunately, I'm not going to give you the medicine. So anyway, we had to push back the time from the 23rd to I believe it was the 26th. Reason why we had to push it back was because on the 23rd he was leaving early, and unfortunately I was at 1 o'clock and he was closing up at 12. So again, like I said, this is now the time when I just started my thyroid medicine back up. So I'm feeling great. I feel great. I'm hoping for positive outcome. My doctor says you're about 4 weeks. He checks it on the, I believe it was a sonogram, and he says, I don't see the baby, but I do see I do see something that is a pregnancy. So at this point now, I'm freaking out. In my in my brain, I'm freaking out because like he's saying I don't see a baby. But he goes, well, I mean, it's microscopic right now. It's only 4 weeks. Give it some time. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, at this time, on the 31st was the day that my health insurance kind of like said, nope, we're we're not gonna take you no more because now that I think about it, I can't really say why, but they said, no, we're going to shut you off on the 31st. So I didn't have health insurance for about, I would say, a good a whole month. I was going to say 3 weeks, but a whole month. So I had made an appointment on the 6th, and I didn't go because of family issue. Uncle had passed away, and everybody was flocking over to not everybody because of the coronavirus, but my mother-in-law, my husband, they all went over to try and help my cousins that were, they're not too little, they're too young to like do this stuff on their own, and their mother doesn't speak a lick of English. So that ends it with this part. I will give you part 2 next week. And just to let you know that I was spotting on and off, and I neglected to mention that I believe right around the time where it was on the 20th, I was bleeding so heavily, that I thought I was really miscarrying at that point. But on the 27th, I found out that I wasn't miscarrying. And so right around I would say this all happened like at the ends of at the ends of the week. So like around the first, second, which is midweek. But that heavy bleeding started again. And then it stopped on the 4th. And that is where we end now. So we end on the 6th, where my uncle had passed away. So anyways, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know more about the things that I talk about, feel free to subscribe. Questions, comments, concerns in the comment section below. Ugh, I don't know why. But anyways, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.